Welcome to 20 minutes of core stability training. Today we're gonna target our abs and oblique muscles to have a very stable core. For the warm-up, you can sit in the middle of your mat in a very comfortable position with a straight spine. And with an inhale, we're gonna take our arms over our head and reach to the sky. Left and right, stretch yourself, make yourself long. Inhale, both hands up, and exhale, roll forward, hands to the ground, and make your spine very round. Continue breathing here, and with the next inhale, come up. Exhale, take your left hand on your right knee, your right hand behind you, and look over your right shoulder. Inhale, come in the middle, and exhale your right hand on the left knee, left hand behind you, look over your left shoulder. With the next inhale, come to the middle, and exhale, put your right elbow next to your left hip and stretch your left arm over your head. Inhale, come up, and exhale, put your left arm next to your right hip and stretch to the side. Look to the sky and inhale, come up, exhale, release. Now we're going to come in a tabletop position. That means your knees under your hips, your wrists under your shoulders, and you have a stable, straight spine. Gonna start with our cat-cow. That means with the inhale let your lower back drop and the exhale round your spine. Inhale, let drop, look forward, and exhale round your spine, look to your navel. Inhale, drop, exhale, round your spine. One more time, inhale, let drop, and exhale, round your spine, look to your navel. Inhale, let drop, and exhale, round. And then slowly come in a neutral tabletop position. Now start shifting your weight forward over the left side. Come with your hips back to your heels and forward over the right side to the left side. Shift your weight. Then hips to the heels. And once again, draw big circles with your weight shifting. We're warming up the wrist and the spine and the knees and the hips. And then we're gonna do it the other direction around. Start with the left side, come over the right side, and then hips to the heels. One more time, forward, shift your weight, warm up your wrists. And come forward, draw a big circle with your whole body. And come back into child's pose after the last time. Rest your head on the floor, and with the next inhale, we're gonna come once again in tabletop position. With our wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hip, and we tuck the toes. With the exhale, press yourself up so your knees leave the ground just a little bit. Make sure your core is engaged. Press yourself out of your shoulders. We are one straight line on the back. And keep on breathing. Stay here. And with your next inhale, push back into downward dog. Straight legs, straight spine, heels to the ground. Exhale here, inhale, come back into your tabletop position, knees away from the ground. Encourage your core. Push yourself out from your shoulders. Very stable. Breathing. Breathing. Once again, inhale, push backwards into your downward dog, our resting pose. Straight legs. And inhale one more time, come forward in your tabletop position, knees from the ground, stay here, push yourself up, core is engaged, look on your mat, you have a straight spine, And inhale, push backward into downward dog. Come forward into plank pose. We're gonna stay here. Make sure that your lumbar spine is engaged with the core. Don't want to drop that. Push yourself out of your shoulder blades. We are one line and inhale backwards into your downward dog. And with the next exhale, come again into your plank position. And now we're gonna take the right knee and wanna touch our right elbow, and the left knee wanna touch our left elbow. We're gonna do this 10 times in total. Very slow, very gentle. Make sure your core is engaged. Let your one line. Your hips are low. Try to really get the whole work of your core out of this movement. And then slowly drop your knees and rest your hips back into child's pose. Breathing. Before we once again, with an inhale, come up into our plank pose. And now we're going to take our knees to our chest, starting with the right knee to the chest. We're going to do this also 10 times. Keep your hips down. Don't let your lumbar spine collapse. Push yourself out of your shoulder blades. We're very stable. Look to your mat. And put the knee between your hands. Feel your core working. And then put your knees to the ground, hips to your heels. Come into child's pose and rest. Breathing. Before we start with our forearm plank. So with the next inhale, you can come into tabletop position, and then with the elbows on the floor, you can measure your hands with the elbows to make the right distance and come into your forearm plank. Same thing here, keep your hips down. We're gonna be one line, push yourself out of your shoulders. And then slowly we start pushing forward from our toes. We're going to shift the weight over the shoulders and pull back. We're going to do this 10 times. 2, 3. Keep your core engaged. You don't want to drop the lumbar spine. Lower back is a nice straight line with the rest of your spine. And push as you want to push your weight forward and backward. Keep on working. The last 2. And go. And drop your knees. Drop your whole body to the floor. Put your forehead on your hands and relax. Breathe in and out. Now we're going to do something for our oblique muscles, the ones that are for the side stability and also for a nice waist. And we're going to start in the forearm side plank. That means the shoulder is over your elbow, and we're going to bend our knees so the knee, the hip, and the shoulder is in one line. Put your hip away from the ground, and with an inhale, we're going to stretch our arm and our leg out. Left arm and leg want to come together with the knee and the elbow. We're going to do this 5 times. Keep your hips away from the ground. Push yourself out from your shoulder. And if you want to do it a little more intense, you can straighten your legs. If not, then keep in this position. And we're going to do the same thing with the straight legs. Inhale, stretch your arm and the leg, and exhale, knee and elbow together. Also 5 times. Push yourself out of your shoulder. Last one. And come down. Then change your side. Right elbow to the ground. Same thing here. We're gonna have the knees and our hips and the shoulder in one line. Put your hip away from the ground and inhale, straighten arm and leg, and exhale, put them together. 5 times. Push yourself out of your shoulder. And if you want to have it a little more intense, you can do the thing with completely straightened legs. We're going to do 5 more. Either you stay here or you straighten your legs. Put your hips up, inhale, stretch, exhale together. 5 times here. Push yourself out of your shoulder. And the last one. And then slowly come down. Sit on your mat with your foot on the ground. Straighten your spine and slowly roll your spine down to the ground so you can lay your head on the mat. For the next exercise, it's very important that your lumbar spine is always on the mat so you can see if you encourage your core, if you have space between the mat and your back. This should not be the case. So there is no space between mat and back. With the next inhale, we're going to put our knees on 90 degrees. So knee is over your hip. Encourage your core. Straighten also the spine. Inhale, put your arms to the sky. And then we want to straighten our right leg and our left arm. Keep it here. Keep on breathing. Encourage your core. There's no space between your spine and the mat. Then come together and take the other side. Left leg, right arm, stretch it, hold it. Encourage your core. Head is on the ground. And now we're going to speed up a little. Stretch, inhale, exhale, come to the middle. Inhale, stretch, exhale, come to the middle. Inhale, stretch, leg and arm, and exhale, come to the middle. One more time. Inhale, stretch, exhale, come to the middle. Inhale, stretch, exhale, come to the middle. Keep your core engaged. And then we're going to straighten our legs. And we want to pull with our chest up to our toes. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, roll down. Imagine you want to pull with your chest, with your sternum to your toes. Encourage your core. Keep your legs straight. Come up. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Hold it. And inhale down. We're going to keep our legs straight to the sky. Hands come down to the ground and put both straight legs forward and make a big circle opening our legs. Forward and open your legs. Make a big circle. Come back. Forward with both legs and open, come back, encourage your core. One more time, forward and big circle, come back. Forward and big circle, come back. Now we're going to reverse it. We're going to make big circles to the outside forward and come back with both legs. Big circles outside, stretch them. And come back. Make sure your lumbar spine keeps on the mat. Stay on the mat. Encourage your core. Your head is also on the ground. Feel your lower abs. Mine already sore, I guess. And one more time, come back and keep your legs straight. Keep your legs straight to the sky. Your core is still working. Lumbar spine is on the mat, head is on the ground, chin is tucked. Breathing and slowly relax. Put your knees to your chest. Take your hands on the knees and rock forward and backward. Give your lumbar spine a little massage before we have our last exercise. For the last exercise, we need our knees again in 90 degrees over our hips. We support our head with our hands, and with an exhale, we want to pull the shoulder to the left knee, in the middle, and exhale to the right. Lift your upper body. Don't pull on your neck, just support. And it's more that we want to come with the shoulder to the side, to the middle, and the other side than with the elbow. So lift your shoulders away from the ground, from the mat. It's always side, middle, other side, middle, side. Exhale if you come up, middle, and exhale if you come up. Very nice. Core is engaged. Make sure your lumbar spine is on the mat. And your knees keep in 90 degrees. Exhale, come up, side. And then put your knees down, stretch your arms and legs on the ground. And deeply inhale into your belly and exhale. Feel your core. Mine is very worked up now. That's amazing. And with the next inhale, you can rise your arms and put them over your head. Stretch yourself long. And exhale, roll up into seated position. Inhale, rise to the sky. You can sit in the middle of the mat. And exhale, fold over your straightened legs, round your spine, enjoy the stretch. You worked amazing today with your core. Thank you so much for this beautiful lesson. If you like, you can give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you and namaste.